Hi all, a quick channel update from me and some exciting news at the end. As you know, just before Christmas, I featured on a podcast. There's a chap called Mike, and his podcast is Saga, Ohio. It's a fantastic podcast, a great Saga resource. I've been listening to his back catalogue of podcasts, and he interviewed Andy Lyons, top UK Saga player. He played in a competition recently in Northern Tempest and won it with his Gauls. And he had this slightly different warband configuration. It was a half and guard heavy config, featuring chariots. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to give it a go. Already got a Gallic army. So for Christmas, my dear lady wife, she bought me 5 chariots from Foundry. Fantastic miniatures. And I painted them up, and here they are. Sorry, yeah, I've painted 4 and there's one that I haven't painted yet, and they've come out all right. I'm quite happy. I possibly need transfers on the shields. Maybe I'll go back and revisit them. Time will tell. I had some issues gluing the yoke onto the horses. 3 of the 4 went okay, but 1 I just couldn't get to glue. I drilled out the member that goes between the horses, and I tried to drill out the yoke, and it snapped in 2, which was really frustrating. And not only did it snap in 2, it pinged across the room, never to be seen again. So I rang up Foundry, and they've been as good as gold, and they sent me one through the post, so I should be able to complete that 5th one at some stage. And here are my completed chariots. So I've got 5, including that's 7, sorry, I've got 7 including the Warlord. Wayne calls it my Panzer division, but we shall see how it plays. However, I kind of cocked up a little bit, because having listened to the Andy Lyon podcast again, the reality was he only plays 3 points of half and guard, of which there are 6 mounted half and guard and 3 chariots, so I didn't need to paint them all, which is a bit frustrating. Never mind. And here we are with the half and guard in front of them as well, so I've got to decide. Perhaps I will just try playing 3 points of chariots and see how they play. It might be quite an interesting, fun game. All my figures are Magna based, as you can see, so I tip them up and they don't slide around. Obviously, if you shake the tin, they're still going to come out, but I do that with all my figures. And a friend of the channel, Wayne, he got hold of these and asked if I'd like to give them a go, and I did. I got some Huns from Footsore for my Age of Invasions faction. These are Levy, so I needed 12, and I bought just before Christmas. I bought 3 packs for the price of 2, so it was a real deal. And I've used them once as well, and they came out okay. The riders are with the Army Painters paints, and they're very much like the contrast paints in truth, and they're okay. I bought these just November, and I couldn't get them to work. I rang up the company that sold them, and it just didn't happen, and they were quite expensive, and I use them to clip on to record our games, and I've been suffering with ambient noise recently. Anyway, on Wednesday I played Wayne, and I actually got them to work properly, and it was a real result. I was chuffed to bits, so hopefully the sound quality in my games will improve. My bit of news, yeah, it's really exciting. This is, I think, a first. So I'm going to play a transatlantic game over Teams with Mike of Saga, Ohio. We're going to play it next week. Wayne's going to come around to help me facilitate the game. I'm going to record it and upload it and hopefully have it on the channel in the next week or 2. Yep. I hope you're all well. If you like what you saw, subscribe, share with like-minded, and see you all soon.